What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for checking out this video. Today I got a nice little unique topic. And today's topic is going to be what you can do in quarantine to really spark your creativity. Now you know when we're stuck in quarantine like this, stuck in our homes, not being able to go out and do the things we usually do, it can be a little bit of a time of depression or anxiety. It can really kill your motivation as to keeping your creative spirit alive. You know, for me specifically, I enjoy photography and videography, and one of the things I really enjoy doing is taking pictures of landscapes or candids of other people out and about doing things. But being stuck in my home, I'm not able to do such things. So today I'm going to be talking from specifically a photography aspect of little things you can do in your own home to spark your creativity, keep your artistic side alive, and you can get some practice doing some things you're not typically used to. So let's get right into it. So for this first shot, I got a cool little scene set up for you right over here. I have my cameras and my books all set up in this little area here, and I set this up today to make sure that it was something I really wanted to shoot. But as you can see on the little shots here, the undertones, the shadows aren't great. So with the little trick I'm going to do, I'm going to take this mirror that I have sitting here. You can see the light coming into the window. Just place it right on the ground. Don't want too much light to be shining up there, so I want to get a little bit less of the light. This and there, that's how I want that. So what that does is that'll bring up the nice undertones of the shadows, getting rid of the shadows, and I can get a nice clip of this scene the way I want it. And the way this is little unique little things you can do is this is all light staging, and something I learned from Peter McKinnon. Again, right there, Peter McKinnon is a great dude. He showed us a little bit of ways to get the undertones to not be so dark. You can get the image the way you want, and then you can throw it in Lightroom and get some nice edits in there to have the picture come out just how you like it. So for this second shot here, my brother Daniel, who's manning the camera, bought a succulent at Home Depot yesterday. He brought it home, and the first thing I thought was this is absolutely 100% something I could use for this shot. So what I did for this shot is I really just left it here on the staging it already has on this dresser, and I practiced a little bit using natural light coming into the window. It's nice sunny today, so something you can really do with this is practice using natural light to illuminate your subject. A lot of the time for videography and photography, we're using artificial light, we're using phone lights, we're using ring lights. Using natural light's really good for getting the natural colors of the succulent here, the leaves, and also when you're trying to set a stage like this, when I took the picture earlier, the water's all evaporated now, but I sprayed some water on it, and I got these nice little water beads on it. There's little tips and tricks you can do there to make these images really crisp, really clean. And again, natural light is so important. If you don't have to use a ring light, if you don't have to use a phone light, use the natural light because it gives you a nice clean, crisp image that you can edit in Lightroom later. Alright, so for this shot, this was probably the one I staged the most, and I really enjoyed this shot. I think it's my favorite one in the whole batch of them. So first off, this camera right here is my great-grandfather's on my dad's side. This is a Super Westomat 35. It was made in 1951, I'm pretty sure. And the way I did this shot was I set up this mirror here, same one you saw from before, set up this box right in front of the fireplace over here, and I just placed the camera right on the edge and adjusted some of the lighting. So what I did for this shot specifically was I used a 2-second shutter, which helped the shutter open for a little longer than normal, getting that long overexposed shot. Let the flames bounce off this mirror here right behind the camera and give a nice crisp image of the flames on the camera, giving the natural lighting of the flames, and also got the flames behind it. So this is a nice little way you can set up a scene, try some long exposure photography, try a couple different things that you can do to really get a nice pristine image that you wouldn't have outside of the world. Now, I would be remiss if I told you not to use the outdoors. You know, we're quarantined to our homes, but it doesn't mean we can't go outside. I'm lucky enough to have this nice, beautiful, open woods behind my house. But even if you don't have something that beautiful, it's okay. You can go outside even if you're in a city, if you're in an apartment complex, whatever. You can find little things just in nature to take pictures with. Come right over here, I'll show you what I mean. So right here, this is just our path, some rocks that are here, and this little spiky ball, which I don't know the actual term for the spiky ball. But yeah, put the little spiky ball on the ground, find a nice little scene. I put my camera right here, use my macro lens, and got a nice shot of just right here. You get a nice crisp bokeh in the background. If you don't know what bokeh is, it's gonna be right there. And the bokeh is gonna be the nice back image that's, you know, really distorted, you can't see it, but it'll give a nice foreground image of here. This is a perfect example of where you can just use the nature around you to get a nice crisp shot and practice your photography in natural light outside. My next shot, which is my second favorite that I took, is right over here. Follow me. This little stump we got over here. The stump has some algae growing on it, some nice vegetation. We have this little candle here that's full of water. It's all algae infested. We set it up right here on this little stump here that we use for fires. Put the camera over here with my 70-200 lens and zoomed real close on it and got this nice crisp image of these little things on here. You can get the nice detail of the log itself, the algae, the candle right here, and all of this becomes a real nice image.
The word for candle?
What?
Did you forget what a candle was called?
You can say that. You can say it louder.
Did you forget what a candle was called?
First, my brain did a little lapse. This is a thing with candles and such.
You light this, it smells good.
This is another perfect example of how you can use just things out in the world. You can get some nice images. And the final one's right over here on this little table. Follow me.
Go, 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 go.
So for this last shot that I took, this little candle here, another candle, the candle itself shattered. We dropped it, it broke on one of the rocks here, and I was really gonna throw it out. But I decided, hey, why don't I try and do something neat with this? So I reconstructed the candle, put it on this table. The table already has nice algae from being outside. So what I did was I put it on the table, grabbed a nice shot of it. I made sure the background was still visible, not too much bokeh in the background, so that way you can still get the grain of the rocks, it gave a nice scene behind it, but it still kept the nice focus on this table. The last thing I want to mention here is this. Have fun with it. You know, when you're taking pictures, when you're trying to do this, don't get so serious. Don't be like, oh man, this picture's never gonna come out great. This picture's never gonna be awesome because I don't know what I'm doing. Play with it. Play with Lightroom. Play with your settings on your camera. Play with little scenes that you can shoot in your own home. We have a lot of time to do that now because we're stuck at home, but just because we're stuck at home doesn't mean you have to be uncreative. Have a good time with it, enjoy yourself, use your brother, if you have a brother, use your family members, use whatever. Use whatever you have at your disposal right now to really enjoy yourself.
Once again, thank you guys so much for checking out my videos. Before I do my usual sign off, I want to say one thing to you all. I know things right now seem pretty tough. People are panicking, getting sick, and we're all stuck at home. Things look pretty grim, but I think there's a silver lining here we can all consider. Take this time stuck at home to enjoy it. Spend time with your family eating a home-cooked meal or throwing a baseball with your siblings. Practice an art or passion you have, or even maybe start that scrapbook you've always wanted to do. Whatever it is, do it. We get so caught up in the hustle and bustle of our lives, we forget to slow down every once in a while and just appreciate the things we already have. We don't have to look at this like it's the end of the world, because it's not. Life will continue on as it always has. So before things get busy again, take a little bit of free time and make sure you get the most out of it. But that's all I got for you guys today. As always, stay groovy. Peace.